Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I finally have a makeup tutorial for you guys. I know, so exciting. It's been a really long time since I've done one, but I figured that I would start on my Makeup Mondays, kind of like a summer makeup series. So basically, I'm going to be doing makeup tutorials that I would wear during the summertime, and maybe you would like for the summertime as well. So that could be a smoky eye, a minimalistic makeup look, but today I'm starting off with this everyday makeup look that I created and I'm actually really in love with. I found this gloss this past week by NYX, and it's the Intense Butter Gloss in Chocolate Crepe, and that kind of inspired this kind of monochromatic look. If you're interested in seeing how I created this look, then stay tuned. To start off this makeup look, I have already applied my moisturizer, and if you want me to do a full skincare routine, I can definitely do that. Pardon the background noise, I am currently drying my shirt for work, and my grandma is doing her daily routine. So that's in the back, but as far as the face is concerned, we're gonna start with primer. Now, at SeaWorld, I tend to perform outside. Actually, I do perform outside. And because it gets really sweaty and sticky and gross, I like to apply two different primers. I've already applied this off camera, but basically, I use the Mercier Foundation Primer in Radiance, and I use that on my dry spots. So just in the center of my face, I use that kind of around my nose, and a little bit around just like the mask of my face. And then the remainder of my face, I use the Cover FX Anti-Aging Primer. Now I'm gonna move underneath the eyes, and I'm gonna use the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and it's really, really great. It's just, at first I didn't care for it, and now I understand why it's amazing. It creates a nice stickiness so that your concealer just adheres. I also use this on my lids as a base, and Ingrid did that, and I was like, oh, that's a smart idea, because I have really oily lids and my eyeshadows crease constantly, and it cancels out any pigmentation you might have or discoloration you might have on your eyes. Now I'm gonna move on to my foundation. So I'm using the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops, and this is in N30. So basically what I do is I just take about 3 to 4 drops on my fingers. 1, 2, 3. And I apply that all over the skin. And then blend it down my neck. Then with a damp beauty blender, I'm just gonna press that into the skin, but avoiding the under eye area. By doing this patting motion, it just really makes sure that the product sinks into the skin rather than just kind of setting on top. Now I'm going to take my MAC Mineralize Concealer in NC20, and I'm gonna apply that right underneath my eyes, right on the dark circles. I like to let it sit there for just a little bit, just so that I can kind of bake, quote unquote, and that it will kind of stay and last there for a little bit longer. I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and just press it gently underneath the eye, and only in that one spot. Now to set it in place, I'm going to be taking my Pro Airbrush 55 from Sephora and my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I'm gonna try to take just a little bit of this. I dab a little bit on my brush, swirl it in the lid, and then I just pat it on the eyelid as well as underneath the eye. Then taking that same brush, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier Mineral Pressed Powder Natural Beige. I'm not gonna use this all over the face, but I'm gonna lightly sweep this just on the certain spots that I know I tend to get really, really oily or sweaty. I'm also gonna blend that down my neck just to kind of blend in the product with everything else. Use a little bit just to kind of press on top of the brows. Also to kind of take away the redness on my cheeks. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to let that kind of set into my skin, and I'm going to move on to my eyes. So for my eyes, I'm only going to be using one color, and that is this color by Morphe Brushes, and it is the shade 13. And I just take a big fluffy brush, pack that onto the brush, and I gently start blending it into the crease, making its way down onto the lid. using this fluffy brush, it makes it so easy because all you have to do is just blend. What I also do is take it on the tip and I apply it right underneath the lower lash line. I lied. So I do use another eyeshadow color, and it is the Mercier Highlight in 01, and it's the Matte Radiance Baked Powder. It just looks like so. Take a little bit on my finger and I just apply that to the lid and into the inner corner. But it's not going to be as vivid because I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush and just kind of blend everything out. Now for the liner. So I'm going to be using my L'Oreal 12 Hour Infallible, the Super Slim Liquid Eyeliner. This is my favorite. I've never done it with looking at my camera, so this will be very interesting. But I just start out by creating a wing. And then blend it all the way in. Take my little flat brush and I'm going to take my L'Oreal Luminous Carbon Black Waterproof Mascara, take a little bit on the tip, and I'm going to tightline my upper lash line. This way I know I won't transfer underneath because it is waterproof and so it'll stay in its place. Now I know most people like to finish their eye look and then move to their face makeup, but I'm not like that. I am all over the place. So I'm going to go back to my face and I am going to take my Too Faced, I believe this is the chocolate version. I have both the chocolate and the dark chocolate. I don't know which one this is, but I'm using whatever one this is as my bronzer. And I'm going to just take my MAC, ooh, it's rubbed off, but this brush by MAC, apply that into my hollows and stop halfway into my face. And then I'm gonna blend it down and up. I'm also going to blend that underneath my chin, blending it down. I also like to apply it right here near my temple. Apply a little near my hairline. Then I kind of like to take the brush that I use for my powder and just kind of blend it in just to make sure that it's not too cakey. Now I'm going to take my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal, and it's crushed. Oh, it's all crushed. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and apply that as my highlight. I'm so excited for the Jaclyn Hill version. Oh my gosh. It's going to be amazing, I bet. Because she's all about the highlights, so it's going to be beautiful. And then for blush, I'm going to start out with this Essence Sun Club All-in-One Bronzing Highlighter. And I just swirl my brush in it, tap off the excess. It really gives me a really nice bronzy glow. Then to finish it off, I'm using my MAC Prism blush. It's a matte blush and it's just like a really neutral, kind of mauve brown blush. Then to blend everything in, I just kind of brush it away. And then I take my Beauty Blender and my Max Fix Plus and I just press in the product. That way nothing budges, there's no creasing. I just love this. I forgot all about my Fix Plus and then I found it in my vanity and I was like, oh, where have you been? Now I'm gonna move on to my brows. So I'm just going to first kind of brush them out. And the reason why I haven't finished my eyes is I kind of like to let the eyeliner set a bit. That way it doesn't rub off or it doesn't move, and I just like it that way. First fill it in with my Tarte Emphasize Waterproof Amazonian Clay Brown Mousse in medium brown. I've used this, oh my gosh, I want to say almost for a full year, I don't know. But this seriously goes such a long way. And now, like I said, this will be very interesting because I've never done it looking at my camera, but we shall see how it goes. So I kind of start by outlining my brows. Ooh, like I said, this will be very interesting. So I begin by outlining in short strokes and then bringing the tail out. Then I do short strokes up in the front and then kind of blend it out. Then what I do is I just kind of brush out the hairs to make it look like it's a bit more natural. We clearly know this is not natural, but that's just how I would do it. And then to set everything into place, I'm using my Gimme Brow by Benefit, and this is in medium deep, and I just brush the hairs into place. Now we're gonna move on to mascara. So first I'm gonna curl my lashes, and I like to kind of pull away from the liner, that way I can remove as minimal as I possibly can. Then I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Hydrofuge Voluminous Carbon Black mascara, and this is in waterproof because my eyes get really watery. I look down and I apply one coat. Then what I like to do is take my Benefit They're Real mascara, and this is a sample size, and I don't even know if I actually have any mascara left on this, but I just like to use the wand because it really just kind of brushes out the lashes and kind of makes them more defined. Unless like clumped together. Now I'm gonna do the same to my bottom lashes. So I'm gonna start with the L'Oreal and then brush them out with the tip of this brush. Now while I let that set, I'm gonna move on to my lips. So first things first, I'm going to be using my MAC Absolutely It Pro Longwear Lip Pencil, and I'm gonna lightly outline and fill in my lips. Now I'm just gonna blend it all away. And then I'm just gonna lightly outline again. And now I'm going to fill in my lips with the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Chocolate Crepe. This wand is so interesting. Can you see like how flat it is? But I actually really like it that way. Now you might think that this look is done, au contraire, I like to go back into the brown eyeshadow and just kind of gently deepen up the outer V. I also like to go underneath the eyes and just kind of deepen it up. Then what I do is I take my Fix Plus and I just spray my face. And there you have it. This is my everyday kind of go-to summer look. Like I said, I'm going to be doing kind of a series of summer tutorials. That way you can see my favorite smoky eye and my favorite minimalistic makeup look. And if you have any other summer requests, let me know in the comments down below, as I would love to challenge myself to kind of do something, maybe even vibrant, or, you know, who knows. I hope you guys like this video. If you like this look, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I will see you guys later this week. Take care.